God, stupid radio, man. When is radio going to wake up? You're letting these dumb, tiny little groups all over the place ruin this fine business that I grew up loving. Loving radio.
Just doesn't fail.
Don't love it as much because they're not doing the right thing, these radio stations. I don't know this show. I know the radio station from my time on Long Island, working at BAB. They suspended a guy that works for the morning show, I guess, at WBLI. Now you're thinking, as soon as you hear another DJ got suspended, okay, what? Another, like, you're thinking Imus. You're thinking some outrageous, even though we didn't think it was outrageous, some comment like Imus made, right?
Yep.
This is how crazy it's getting. A radio DJ for a top-rated local morning show was suspended yesterday after refusing to apologize for making nasty comments about... Anyone?
What did this guy say?
Asians.
Yeah, there you go. You would go with the group, right? No, he made...
Asian, black, gay.
He made nasty comments about Mastic residents on the air, the program's host said.
Out in Mistake Beach?
Mastic.
Oh, I thought you said Mistake Beach.
Did I say that?
No.
Okay.
That's what people call Mastic.
They call it Mistake?
Mistake.
Mastic is a hellhole. Everyone knows it's a hellhole on Long Island.
Oh, Mastic is like a bad part of Long Island.
It's white trashy. It's not the greatest
everything.
homes. It's not the greatest homes. There's probably some nice homes in the area.
Really?
But for the most part, it's not a place you would be proud to live.
I just like to call it Long Island.
Yeah, it's just all the same. Long Island.
I just call it Long Island.
How bad is Mastic?
It's a dump.
All right, it's a dump.
I used to let me tell you a little something. Back when I was a little tater tot, could barely walk at that age, my parents used to take me and Joe and Dawn out to Mastic, to Mastic to the bungalow. This was a little house with a pool in the back. And I got films of this stuff from, my father used to take a film everywhere, 8mm film. So I got that on video now. And it's all these adults, or, they were in their 20s, I guess, at the time, but just getting hammered and partying in Mastic. A bunch of, white Italian families.
Okay, good.
And then years later, I guess I decided, I wonder where that bungalow is. Let me check that out and see what the hell that's all about. So I drove there and I'm like, whoa, this neighborhood changed. And went to the place and it was all boarded up. And the pool was ripped apart and full of garbage and lumber. It was awful.
That's very sad.
But that is kind of what happened.
White people did this to the place. This is all white people's
yeah, I think... I'm not sure of the demographic of Mastic. Perhaps we could pull up a census sheet.
I think
it's
more white trash than anything, Anthony.
Is it?
That area, right? White trash more than anything.
I can stand back from this conversation.
Iraq, what do you got?
Hold on. What do you got? Go ahead, E.
People who live in the woods that you never see except at night. They just come out of the woods.
How do you know this?
I've been there.
Zombies?
You're trying to say there's
zombies living
woods?
They
in Mastic?
hide in the woods, and when they come out of the woods,
it's outrageous. You're suspended. You can't say there's zombies living in Mastic. Well, the Federation of Zombie Americans are going to fire off a letter to our boss.
They're all tweakers.
Yeah, really? Crystal meth. And stuff. They love their crystal meth.
Well, here's the deal. We don't really like radio guys, but we like radio, so we defend pretty much everyone that's getting in trouble at this point.
Yeah.
Someone has to stand up and yell and scream for this crap.
Of course.
So on Wednesday, Randy, a co-host on the BLI in the morning on WBLI, asked a caller from Mastic. Ready for this? So there's your setup about this fine town.
And let me just give this stat really quickly. 77.7% white in Mastic. So you are talking, I gather, what is known as white trash.
And then you got some...
probably, I would say Indian. Probably the Long Island Indian is 2%.
You got 264 American Indians. You got 183 Asians. You got 0 Native Hawaiians.
12% Hispanic and 77% white. So it's pretty much Hispanic. 3/4 white, 1/4 Hispanic.
Oh my God!
Scummy part of Long Island. bunch of scruffy scuzzbags in Long Island.
It's a supermodel hotbed, though. They're recruiting as we speak.
Oh, if they breed,
future models.
It always looks good.
Now this guy Randy on this morning show, a caller from Mastic calls in, and this is all Randy said, and he gets suspended for it. Did your pipes freeze under the trailer? Or do you have that stuff down there to keep them warm? The caller who was entering a contest said she lived in a house and was very angry with him, in which Randy replied, just think, if you win this game, the whole trailer park will be excited. That's a guy trying to entertain his audience, making a joke.
Mastic is kind of known.
And the PD,
is that?
this lame PD that has no balls,
spineless,
should have said exactly that this guy is just trying to entertain his audience and he's trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Station managers asked Randy to apologize on yesterday's show, but he never did, which I applaud. I applaud Randy for not apologizing.
Applauding. Who was that?
Huh?
Oh, Jesus.
Genuinely, in his mind, he doesn't believe he did anything wrong. Randy did not return an email message yesterday. Station manager John Shea, did not return calls for comments last night. BLI is owned by blah, blah, blah. A message left at their office, blah, blah, blah. At this point, a hollow apology and a mere suspension will not be appropriate, said William Floyd School District Board President Bob Vecchio, who called for Randy to be fired.
Fired for that comment?
For that comment.
What's wrong with that?
Go away, Bob.
What did he say?
And for area residents to boycott the station and its advertisers. Well, we agree with that. You should be listening to the Opie and Anthony show.
Of course.
You can't get a free pass when you attack an entire community. You can't get a free pass when you attack an entire community?
Yes, you can.
Shut up, Bob Vecchio.
An entire community. Drive through there. Take a look. See if he was accurate.
Well, the station... The radio station, you got to stick up for your guys, man. Simple as that. You're allowing these dumb little pockets of special interest groups to completely ruin
your station.
What used to be a great business. A great business.
They're running your station.
Can you believe that? Suspend them over
an entire
that?
Community.
A lousy trailer park joke?
You're allowed to. Ugh. You can't offend an entire community. Yes, you can.
Where can you go to offend people now?
Yeah, where's their place?
I want to go.
I want to go to the offend place.
Internet? They can't control that yet.
No.
I see 25 years before they can actually get a hold of it.
Figure that out where they can say, no, you're not allowed to say that. You get in trouble.
As long as there's
you got to get the whole world to agree, so I think the internet is safe for a very long time.
Because they have to stop porn first before they can stop, just do.
So what's the mean income of Mastic?
$14 a week.
$14 a week?
I don't know.
How much do wheels for the trailer?
Yeah, what are the wheels for? They pull them off so people can't just drive away with their house. They always pull the wheels off of those things.
Some horrid part of Long Island. $100.
Look, I'm from that place. I'm from Long Island.
Long Island. What's the thing that breaks down the most? That's who makes the most money. Cars.
Yeah, auto repair
parts,
places.
Yeah. So
like
garage,
a Joey Buttafuoco kind of guy.
Mechanics. He's the big boss on mechanics.
Because a lot of older cars.
Joey, can you fix this?
Yeah. Let's go to Ray at Mastic.
Yeah.
Ray, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
So, Mastic Beach is the biggest dump ever. 2 years ago, I was looking to buy a house. I had nowhere else to buy a house. I only afford Mastic Beach. And now I want to sell. So if anybody wants to buy my house, red11313 at msn.com.
There you go. He ain't kidding, man. He wants out.
I'll give you $1,500 for your house.
The kids can't even walk past the school without some jack
What?
dragging them into the woods. There's a camper right across the street from my high school that just got ripped down.
So
the news was there. The kid was dragged into the camper.
So how about Bob Vecchio stop going after dumb DJs and make your community better? How about you spend your time on making your community better instead of going after radio DJs that are just trying to entertain people?
Yeah.
Listen, how much money for this house that I'm gonna make into a slum lord? I'm gonna be a slumlord in Mastic. How much you want for the house, man?
Whatever. Just buy it.
Just buy it. Get him out of there. All right, thank you, sir. Let's go to Mark.
Low four figures.
He's entertaining all offers.
Let's go to Mark. What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys. I called you after the Imus thing about WRCN when they made fun of Mastic.
Yeah.
They all got an uproar about it. Just like the other caller said, 3 girls were assaulted within like 6 blocks of the school.
Yeah.
My wife was, not assaulted, but she was approached by guys on her way home from work one night. What do you want? What do you need? What do you want? Weed? These homeowners, it's the Mastic Beach property owners that are trying to we're going to revitalize the neighborhood. Get rid of the crack houses. Get rid of the crack heads.
Yeah, and leave the DJs alone.
Wow.
You don't see DJs. Oh yeah.
I'm going. I want to see this.
I want to go to Mastic.
These white crackheads we don't know about in the news.
So E-Rock's told you don't go near the woods. People get abducted.
Yeah, dude, it's where I live on a nice block. I'm on a dead end. I got 10 houses on my block. It's a really nice, road.
Fortification.
Sure you do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my oldest brother gave me a 12-gauge shotgun as a housewarming gift. When he turned around, my mother said, "Oh, Mark bought a house."
All I've heard over the years is that Mastic is a dangerous place, and this station manager didn't stick up for his guy. What a wimp!
You're offending an entire community, Opie.
Who gives a crap?
But I do understand.
You know what? DJs are making fun of Mutton Town, Anthony. There might be some truth to this if they're making white trash jokes.
Mutton Town.
But you know what, sir? I would say that I think white people are diligent in making sure that they're not seen to be problems, like the problems that usually they equate to blacks or
the black community,
Puerto Ricans or whoever. I'm very happy to hear there's a scummy town full of white people, can't stop abducting each other, can't stop smoking crack. I enjoy this. I'm going to take a visit.
I'd be there with a news camera every night.
I do have something to plug. Patrice O'Neal will be going to Mastic after the show and just visiting.
Just checking it out.
Visiting all your bulletproof Chinese restaurants.
Yeah. Let's go to Anthony. Anthony in Mastic. What's up, Anthony?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, man.
Mastic is full of a bunch of white people that want to be gangsters. They think they're gangsters. They're just full of themselves. And Mastic is just a rotting cesspool.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this show, but I would strongly suggest our listeners call up WBLI on Long Island and say you're from Mastic and that you could take a joke. And you really should stick up for your guys.
And it's not a joke. It was the truth.
Right. You really should stick up for your guys and protect your guys because all they're trying to do is entertain and make people laugh on the way to work. Simple as that. Enough is enough. Don't let these dumb little special interest groups ruin radio. God, enough.
Why does anybody want to listen to that crap?
Well, I don't know. Whatever. If it's a bad station, it's a bad station. That's not the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah.
You gotta stick up for these DJs that are getting in trouble because they're ruining it for everybody. These wimpy station managers that can't, stick up for their boys.
Yeah, but
people that just cry over everything, and they, hear some stupid little crap, and oh my God, that's offensive. Let's go complain about it. Like,
right.
Break it. Get over life and just.
I mean, the phone calls that are coming in, the phone's lit. Mastic is where all the sex predators are. Can we
really punch up that website that has that little
Can we get
red pins in the map?
Yeah, get that red pin map thing. I want to see.
I love that.
I want to see what a map of Mastic looks like.
Sex predators, huh?
Let's say hi to Dave in Jersey. Dave, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
How you going?
All right, man.
Hey, I just want to say the only place you can make fun of a specific group or person right now is you got to be a cartoon or like a movie or something.
Yeah, we've talked about that over the years. You're 100% right. If you're a cartoon, you could get away with murder. But real people just trying to entertain, you can't. Because we're supposed to take this radio thing seriously for some reason.
Yeah, no joke.
Did you hear what Opie and Anthony said today? Yeah, we said it because we were just trying to entertain and get a laugh out there.
No jokes.
Unbelievable.
It's too serious nowadays, man. I mean, Chinese are going to come over and they're going to invade this country and they're not even going to use any weapons. They're going to walk down the street, go, you're fat, you're ugly, you're black, you're white, and everybody's just going to fall down and start crying. Be like, they make fun of me, they make fun of me. And they're going to walk all over us as a country.
Yeah, we're raising a generation of wimps. Everyone offended by everything. There's another story in the paper we're going to get to today. People are offended by a dumb billboard that says crispy freaking chicken.
Frickin'.
Yeah, frickin'.
Frickin', because frickin' it would be cheekin'. Freakin' cheekin'. This is frickin' chicken. First of all, it's just a dumb ad.
Yeah.
But people are actually offended by it and want the sign taken down.
All right. And in Pennsylvania, a billboard advertisement is causing a bit of an uproar. The fast food joint Sheetz unveiled its crispy frickin' chicken billboards at the beginning of the month. But some people say the chicken restaurant ads contain foul language that offends them. Hopefully, I didn't just offend you. The company says the ad campaign targets young people and was not meant to offend anyone.
Young people don't get offended?
You know what?
Not by that.
Where was the offense
You know what?
of it, though?
Yeah, I guess frickin', because it's like the innocent version of the F word 20 billion times removed. Like, what is that?
I wouldn't be a spokesperson for this company. I would go, none of you.
They should have rhymed it with chuckin', is what I think would have been. That might have offended some people.
Unbelievable.
Crispy.
Who's offended by that? And why are we giving them power? Shouldn't we just slap people like that and go, shut up?
Shut up. How are you offended by that?
Shut up.
Some people are offended by anything. Any word will offend somebody. You put it up on a billboard. Frickin'? That was a word you could get away with as a kid saying in your house and not get smacked by your father.
But what is it where no one who's in charge of anything is funny? And what is it where the lack of, like, trying to actually be a boss and funny people don't go together? Like, I'm not trying to run a company. I just like to be funny. Most people you just want to do your radio show and be funny and entertaining. But there's somebody who's your boss who's not funny.
Not funny.
Kidding.
Never
not
knew
funny.
how to be funny. Never.
Yeah.
Like, funny's not, and funny not meaning, oh, you make me laugh. But some people aren't funny who love funniness, though. But they just never was blessed with being able to have timing or anything.
Right. Yeah, but they're. Let's go to Steve. Go ahead, Steve. Steve.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Sorry.
Hey.
Hey. Listen, I live there. You know what? He's absolutely right. I've lived there my whole life. I had a white trash house next to me that I successfully had closed down by the town. Not all of us are white trash. Majority are. The problem is that they dump welfare and dump everybody in there because the house
It's a bunch of Section 8 housing.
Bob Vecchio?
Of white people?
I know Bob Vecchio.
Yeah, and?
I know Bob Vecchio. And I'm going to make him eat shit over this.
Oh.
Because, sorry, guys, not meaning to curse. Sorry.
Yeah, this guy's a little.
I'm going to make him eat
pissed off.
booty, all right?
Yeah.
Over this. Because he
offended at
shouldn't be
duty.
fired over this.
Well,
It's a joke.
he should mind his own
Only a
business.
joke.
And I'll tell you another thing. The station manager at WBLI should be fired. This John Shea should be fired for actually suspending one of his guys over something that is so damn tame.
Opie, this is the same. They own BAB also.
Whatever.
Suspended that hack on BAB for saying something about Hispanics.
Right.
Too. They have no testicles, no balls. You know, it's a wimpy station for fat housewives that think they're into modern music.
Right.
You know, and it's horrible.
I
And
call
you know
for the
what?
firing of John Shea, the
Firing.
station manager of WBLI.
Yes.
It's time that these station managers, program directors, corporate, they all stick up for their shows that they supposedly believe in because they put them on their air. We're just trying to entertain and make people laugh. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Hold on a second. Let's say hi to Anthony on Long Island. Anthony.
Hey.
We were only going to do like 5 minutes on this, but
Is
look
this
at the phones.
seventh Anthony that called?
I know. There's a lot of them out there.
Anthony's the most popular name that listens to the Opie and Anthony
on
show.
Long Island.
Yeah. What's up, Anthony?
White trash legal.
Hold on. I had a buddy who lived out there, and when we would go out there to pick him up, we'd be like,
Really, a buddy?
today. Like, we're heading to the zoo, the Mastic Zoo. That's what we referred to it as.
You call it the Mastic Zoo. There you go.
Yeah, the Mastic Zoo, just because it's the conglomerate of just messed up people and drug dealers and whatnot.
Well, I'm looking at the sexual predator map. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
All right, that is impressive, Mastic.
You got a lot of greens. You got a lot of reds.
There is quite a few pins in the map.
You got some nice red in there, which is offense against children.
Nice. There you go.
You got some. You got a lot of green on this map, which is other offense. All sexual predator offenses.
Yeah, they're sexual predators. Good job, Mastic. Wow.
You got a few yellow dots that represent rape.
Hey, there you go.
Child rape, right? Because this is sex offenders in general. Okay, so
Predators.
oh, look at a couple blues. That means sexual battery.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Doing very well over there. Let's say hi to Lara on Long Island. Lara.
Hello?
What's up?
Are you making fun of my name?
No, it's Lara.
Lara Croft.
What?
Was Laura Croft?
Yeah, that's me.
I had a late laugh at
What?
at just the color. The colors thing. He's like, oh, yellow is.
Oh,
Yellow's
yellow.
better.
That's rape.
You got the rape. You got the offense against children is on the map. You got the sexual battery. You got some nice colors there.
Mastic stinks.
And other offenses, which is green. I don't even want to know what green means because there's a lot of those.
A suspension is like a favor.
Yeah, no kidding.
Suspend me right out of that town.
Lara, what's up?
I just wanted to say, I was with a guy for 5.5 years that lived in Mastic Beach.
Yeah.
And I had to stay over at night because I tried to drive home one night from his house, and somebody got shot in front of the handy pantry.
The handy pantry, huh?
Oh,
It's like children of men.
Even drive home.
These are all real calls there, John Shea. Way to stick up for your guy as the station manager. You should be ashamed of yourself. Just another failed DJ that's going to tell other DJs what they should do on their radio show. Loser. God, I hate these guys. Yeah, so you couldn't drive home because someone was shot at the handy pantry?
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you, you can't drive around it. Look around because people hang like sheets in their windows and not curtains.
Yeah, wonderful.
What's that say about you, though, loser?
I know. Why? Yeah,
I'm sorry, you.
All the guys you can pick. Why you?
I broke up
After
with him.
5.5 years, just scumbag. What happened?
She was willing to risk her safety for the big.
He was giving you that poor white thrashing, wasn't he?
The sex was that good,
It
huh?
was for you to risk your life in old yellow and
I'm going to
green
go
and
through
red
a
mastic.
I'm going to drive through an obstacle course of crime just to get to that sex because it's that good.
He was smashing it.
Got to like zig and zag around dead bodies.
Oh, your
and
navigation system
crackheads.
has the pins in it for the sexual predator thing.
Right.
Please move left.
Oh, he was mashing you, wasn't he?
Oh, man.
Oh, you little nobody.
Oh, he did you good that you went through Mastic.
For 5 years.
The child rapist is ahead on the right. Please turn left. There's a sexual battery convict on the right. Your destination is ahead on the left, next to the child rapist.
Hey,
That's with my navigation system.
BLI's office line is 631-669-9254 if anybody wants to just, tell them that they should fire John Shea, the station manager, for not sticking up for their guy. I don't even know the show, but I just feel like...
Clean up Mastic and maybe people won't make fun of it.
Why am I just now hearing about this town?
Oh,
this has opened something up for me. I'm going to Google and find out where the rest of these towns are.
It's a well-kept secret in the white community.
White trash. No, they're not even white trash. This is slums.
Yeah.
This is not white trash. White trash is like down south.
Yeah.
You can be rich and be white trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is just poor. This is poor trash.
Yeah.
All right.
Mastic.
Dumb Mastic.
Mastic.
Stupid Mastic.
Oof.
So, yeah, give them a call. 631-669-9254. Go, way to stick up for your guy. Suspending him over a white trash joke. You got to be kidding
Is
me.
anybody going to call or defend Mastic? Like anybody out there that's
Hasn't
calling
been
in,
one call.
Not one.
Like that's on the side of who's got this guy suspended.
Yeah.
Anybody?
And this is what...
Well, let me tell you, Mastic has many great things going on.
And this is what should happen. This Bob Vecchio from the William Floyd School District Board, president, he started this by getting this guy suspended, right? Over a tame little one-liner, a throwaway line.
Yeah.
Now look what happens. Your town gets beat up for an hour on a much bigger radio show.
Good job.
That's what should happen every single time.
And you
F you to
just
Bob Vecchio.
You just try coming after us like that.
And hopefully John Shea will go the way of Dave Dickless, another program director that doesn't have a you-know-what.
Doesn't get it.
To protect his guys.
What a day, what a time we live in where, like, white people can actually complain. It makes me sick. Poor white people have a voice.
Someone stole my car tire in Mastic. Should we go on? I have a summer house in Mastic for some reason. Why would you summer in Mastic?
Yeah, I like the
Nick, what's wrong with you? Nick.
Yeah, I had my grandparents had a summer house there.
Yeah.
And they robbed it once.
Yeah.
They took the liquor and just the ice trays out of the freezer. That's how trailer park it is.
There you go. What, you inherit some money from a great aunt? Your share of your great aunt's fortune.
We're summering in Mastic.
Wow.
Mastic is the embarrassment of Long Island.
I used to summer in Wading River, which is...
Now, is that the worst part? Is Mastic the worst part of Long Island?
Wyandanch is a lot of fun. Wyandanch...
parts of Hempstead are no treat.
Yeah.
Brentwood.
Mastic is not even the worst part of Long Island.
Well, that's the worst white person part. Wyandanch is probably the worst black person part.
Yeah.
There's a black part of Long Island?
Oh, yeah.
Roosevelt. Oof.
Roosevelt, yeah.
Yeah. It's in the top 10.
Yeah.
When I used to drive to BAB, I would take the back roads through Wyandanch, and one day I had a 20-minute delay on just a regular road because there was a huge gang shooting happening. They were the two gangs were just going at it. I don't know, 100, 200 yards ahead of my car. I'm watching gunfire and all sorts of crap go down.
A lot of people think Long Island is just Long Island. It's broken up into a lot of little places that have their very own unique personalities, that's for sure.
This is interesting. I'm going to do some studying about Long Island.
People think Long Island is, a lighthouse.
And it's not even a borough, right? Long Island's not a borough.
No.
2 counties.
Yeah, Nassau and Suffolk.
All right, we're late for a break, but there you go. So, we stick up for this guy, Randy, whoever he is, from this morning show out there on Long Island. John Shea, you're a douche. You should be fired. You have no business being a station manager. And Bob Vecchio, you should spend your time maybe cleaning up your community and not worried about dumb DJs.
Don't worry about DJs.
That's what Randy looks like, and we just defended him?
All right, look, we don't care if he gets fired now.
Wow.
Okay, I'm calling for his firing.
Is he in a kiddie pool of oatmeal? Maybe we shouldn't be defending this guy. He's wacky.
Ew.
This has nothing to do with the fact that he's
looks like porno.
He looks like he's a flamer, and he does very very hacky bits. But you know what? But I still defend him. You gotta.
You should fire him in general, but not for.
Yeah.
Not
You
for what
should
he
just
did this
fire
time.
him for
being
who
a
he
hack.
is.
For being a hack. There's a picture on the website where he's in a pink outfit.
Fire him for looking
we just defended a guy that's in a pink outfit on their website.
That looks like Bizarro Anthony.
Yeah. The phones are lit. All they want to do is talk about how bad this place is. And this guy, Bob Vecchio, is trying to get a DJ fired. Oh, I am fired up, man. Fired up. We got that going on, and we're talking about what happened to this radio guy out there on Long Island. And we thought we were going to have an interview here, but now I'm not really sure. What's going on? Do we know? Thumbs up 1 minute? Okay. We're going to be talking to Bob Vecchio.
Ooh.
If you haven't heard yet, there's this DJ, some guy, I don't know. What's his name? Randy, who got in trouble out there on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about this, Anthony?
Yeah, I think I did.
And he got suspended because he asked a caller from Mastic, which is a lovely neighborhood out there on Long Island. He asked a caller from Mastic, did your pipes freeze under the trailer, or do you have that stuff down there to keep them warm?
Implying that everybody is in a trailer.
Yes. The caller who was entering a contest said she lived in a house and was very angry with him, to which Randy replied, I can't believe that someone would actually say this. This is insane.
Yeah.
He says, just think if you win this game, the whole trailer park will be excited. That's going a little too far in my book, I'm thinking.
Well, it is. It's just implying that everybody lives in a trailer there and conjures up an image of an impoverished neighborhood.
Yeah, station managers asked Randy to apologize yesterday on his show. He never did. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Just apologize.
Yeah.
Genuinely, in his mind, he doesn't believe he did anything wrong. Oh, really? You didn't do anything wrong? Just attacking a whole community like that.
Yeah.
A hard-working community at that. Randy did not return an email message yesterday. He's hiding out. That's brave.
Yeah.
Station manager John Shea did not return calls for comment last night. I guess he's the guy that was behind the suspension of this Randy guy.
He should be commended because there's no reason an entire community should be lumped in with a few bad apples, perhaps.
Right.
I'm not too familiar with Mastic.
Right.
But I'm sure there are hardworking people out there, as there are in any community.
Sure. And the article goes on to say, at this point, a hollow apology and a mere suspension will not be appropriate, said William Floyd School District Board President Bob Vecchio, who called for Randy to be fired and for area residents to boycott the station and its advertisers.
Yeah.
You can't get a free pass when you attack an entire community.
Yeah.
With that, we welcome Bob Vecchio to the Greg and Tony Show. Mr. Vecchio.
Hello, Greg and Tony. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
We're doing fine this morning.
Yeah, I guess your phone is ringing off the hook today, huh, sir?
I tell you, as a school board president, I get a lot of phone calls about a lot of different issues, but this one has ranked among the top.
Yeah, I bet. Now, this DJ went on the air, and what kind of reaction did you get from his comments that led you to contact the station and call for his firing?
Well, the comments were mean-spirited and tried to disparage an entire community in one broad stroke. And what was most troubling to me as a school board president is this radio station's target audience is a younger crowd, mainly high school students, and in lumping our community in saying, we're all trailer park trash.
Right.
Our community took it that not only was he attacking our community, he was attacking our youth as well.
Well, you're not all trailer park trash. What percentage would you say is trailer park trash?
Well, we have no trailer parks whatsoever, number one.
Uh-huh.
We do have issues of poverty in our community, like so many communities across this country, but it is a hard-working community. We have a great school district. It's a beautiful waterfront community. We border, we have houses on the water. We have beaches.
Did you say on or in or under?
It is a waterfront community, Smith Point Community Beach, some of the best beach around.
Oh, I love Smith Point when I'm out there on Long Island. Sure.
Yeah.
And, that's our community, and we have pockets of diversity within our community.
So what's the problem with this radio show? I mean, Mastic can't take a joke, I guess? Is that the message here?
No, believe me, Mastic could take a joke, but when you cross a line at your sophomoric attempt at humor,
right,
it becomes mean-spirited.
But don't you think people take it as sophomoric humor, and they shouldn't be offended, and they shouldn't take it seriously, and don't they should realize that it's just a radio show trying to entertain people?
Well, if you're going to try to entertain people, you should try to be an entertainer and not try to be mean-spirited and Jerry Springer-like. So,
what's wrong with Jerry Springer? We're all about pop junk culture these days.
Well, I think that's a lot of the problems with the culture, too. Everybody loves a train wreck and move on to the next train wreck, and they don't think about the unintended consequences. And I think if you're going to try to disparage our youth in that manner, we're not going to sit by and let you get a free pass.
How is he, I'm just curious, how is the youth being disparaged by this remark, sir?
Well, if you're going to call an entire community trailer park trash, you're calling our kids trailer park trash, and that's not true. And we're going to stick up and we're going to defend for what's right. And we could take a joke just as good as anybody else, but
it doesn't really sound like you guys could take a joke because I don't think this guy was being mean spirited. He was just trying to get a laugh out there.
Obviously he didn't get a laugh.
So, sir, let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah, sure.
What is the? Can you please give an example? I know it's on the spot, but can you please give an example of an acceptable Mastic joke that I could make about Mastic and not get in trouble, just so I know, so I wouldn't get in trouble?
Well, I don't think today there would be an acceptable Mastic joke.
No.
I mean, given the circumstances of what had happened in our community, we had 3 kids that were attempted to be abducted and sexually assaulted, and this only goes back a couple of weeks ago. So
yes, in Mastic, right?
In Mastic.
So it's not. So you're basically saying yourself, it's really not a safe place.
So you're just saying, don't joke about the fact that your town stinks.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
And obviously, you guys are following along the same lines, and that's fine. Our community.
Well, I was brought up on Long Island, and I think everyone knows that Mastic is not the safest place on Long Island. It's right up there as one of the worst towns on Long Island. I'm from Huntington.
Okay. So
and the North Ward area, and what?
Yeah, you come from a safe community as well, and again,
right. So I don't think this guy was far-fetched by making a little joke. Everyone knows that Mastic has its problems.
Sure. Well,
and you guys got a long way to go before people feel safe in that community.
Well, listen, if he didn't cross the line, why would his management suspend him?
Because his manager is a wimp.
I think there's
to be completely honest with you, he's a wimp.
There's this whole atmosphere of fear that's going on with the media these days that if anybody complains about something that somebody's doing, especially in humor, that they have to instantly suspend the personality, or else there's going to be these huge repercussions, which I don't understand.
Well, you know what? You guys might not understand it, and we just reacted to a comment that we felt crossed the line.
And you still think
takes their own decision.
You still think this gentleman should be fired?
Absolutely, because if you listen to his program,
You're insane, Bob.
Well, let me hear why. Let me hear why. Why should he be fired?
Program content on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
No, actually, I haven't.
Okay. Well, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to contact.
But shouldn't you be controlling the school? But like your expertise is school. But when did your expertise become funny? Like, why are you in funny business?
No, what I am, I'm an advocate for our community. Okay.
But what if I start saying that the way you teach kids at the school is not appropriate? Like, you're getting into something that's not even up your alley. Just teach math.
Well, listen, number one, as a school board president, I'm not a teacher, so if you knew anything about
But see, you're not even, you're one of these guys.
See,
you argue, this called context.
You just made our point. We don't know about what you do, but you certainly don't know what funny is. So Patrice made a perfect point there. Bob, your community needs a lot of help. The last thing you need to do is go after dopey DJs.
Well, no, we're taking one issue at a time, and you know what? We're not going to let the media take a free pass at our community.
Mastic stinks.
I think
you could certainly say that, sir, but
I don't say it. 47,000 other people say it.
I don't know if we're allowed to say Mastic stinks because Bob Vecchio is, is making sure that Mastic is protected as all hell's breaking
I've heard
loose
of
around.
Mastic in the last hour since I've been sitting here, and all I know is that it stinks. There's not one thing that anyone said that, boy, Mastic is great. A guy's selling his house for $50.
Bob, we read the story on our show, and then the phones lit up. Not one guy defending Mastic. We had phone call after phone call after phone call about how horrific this place still is.
Well, then I'm not one guy that's advocating and telling.
Well, there you go. Bravo. So you'll shut down a radio show. One guy.
I'm not shutting down a radio show. That's what BLI is doing.
No, see, because they're wimps, because they take what you guys have to say seriously.
Well, it's about time somebody says.
No, I don't think so, Bob. I don't think it's about time. Take a joke and take care of your community.
It's about time. It's about time unfunny people keep getting their big noses into funniness.
Well,
Stay out of funny.
Try to be funny.
I think there's a freedom of speech issue here. You know.
There's a freedom of speech issue, and that's why I have the right to say what I want to say.
Exactly.
Well, you do, but you're trying to get a guy's livelihood taken away is not freedom of speech. That's
No, that's what they call private sector, and we have no control over it.
Yeah, it's on the same lines of mob tactics.
Hey, Bob, I'll tell you the truth. I have a bigger problem with WBLI's management for wimping out to your complaint.
Then you know what?
You have every right to complain, but what my biggest thought today is that station management should pretty much hang up on you and go, shut up. Don't tell me how to run my radio station, and I won't tell you how to run your town.
Thank you. And now they gave this guy power. You think he's done now? Oh, he has a little taste of making confusion. Now he's going to be calling everywhere trying to get the Mastic jokes taken out of. Get out of here. Well, you just stop. Stop it. Just be happy with the power you got. You're a warden.
Listen, I have no power.
You do. I can smell it on your voice.
No, you're pretty happy today. Your name's in the paper, and you got people talking about your town. You know, I looked at a map of Mastic, and it looks like a Christmas tree. There's so many different colors of sexual predators in your community.
How can you
What's
take
that
this town
about?
serious?
I'm happy when my name is in Newsday. I can tell you that right now.
No,
he's not happy.
You're not happy.
Oh, you stop it.
I've dealt with Newsday on.
I can see.
Hey, Bob, what do you find funny?
I can tell you.
What does Bob Vecchio find funny?
He put on makeup for this radio interview. You can hear him.
What do you find funny, Bob?
I find a lot of things funny. I enjoy
Name one thing specific.
But I find George Carlin very funny, but I don't find him funny on public airwaves. I will go to see a show of his. I will watch him on the HBO.
Right.
I will watch a show in front of my kids.
Well, you do realize that this morning show they followed FCC regulations, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure they do. So
And
that's fine.
it was pretty damn tame.
Well, of course it's tame. I mean, it's tame in comparison to Howard Stern. It's tame in comparison to a lot of other shows on, Opie and Anthony. But you know what? If people react a certain way and the management takes it to a level, that's the management's problem. We are just advocating for what we felt crossed the line. And if we felt it crossed the line and the management are a bunch of whips, get them on your radio show and ask them why they're...
Oh, we're going to try it.
We would.
Bob, this is what you need to do. Say, all right, we made our point, and we don't want the guy actually fired.
That's not my decision.
Well, it says it in the paper. It says you're calling for Randy to be fired and for area residents to boycott the station and its advertisers. That's Bob Vecchio's comment in
You know how that
Newsday
works.
today.
Right, and that's all right.
But doesn't he know that his
And that's
under
all
his
right to
thing
have
is
that
the reason why the station acted? Is the fact that you complain is why the station got the guy suspended. So you're not taking any responsibility for, like, if you just mind your business, things would have go on.
I'm not taking any responsibility for their actions.
No, for your actions of being a tattletale. Like, you're being a tattletale.
A tattletale?
Yeah, you're not even being like a dude.
Well,
Dudes don't do that.
One guy called your office and you decided to make a big stink. I bet you got one complaint about this and you decided to make a big stink. One phone call to Bob Vecchio's office.
And let me ask you a question.
I don't think that was...
Would you snitch on your best friend if he cheated on his wife?
Excuse me?
Would you snitch on your best friend if he cheated on his wife?
If he cheated on his wife,
would you
I'd
snitch on
my
him?
best friend?
Yeah.
That compares to this situation.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Come
He's
on.
trying to, it's a character question.
Come on. Stop trying to disco dance, Mr. No Context. Just answer the question.
If a man cheated on his wife, and
If your best friend, don't try to I'm not in your school system. Don't try to word me up. If your best friend, your buddy, cheated on his wife, would you snitch on him?
Would I snitch on him?
You heard me.
I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
Oh, there you go. You're not being real. How can you take anything seriously when you're not even asking a dude question?
Bob, let's go right to the source.
He won't do it. See?
What's up with the people that live in the woods in Mastic?
What's up with the people that live in the
He keeps repeating the question.
Yeah, we've had many people call in from Mastic saying that there's people that actually live in the woods.
I haven't run into them, and we have very little woods out here too.
I'd like to know where do you guys rank the school district in the United States as far as educating the students?
In the United States, we actually do pretty well. We're about average to slightly below average in New York State, but New York State ranks among the top tier.
It does.
In the United States with education. That is.
Okay, we'll check that out. Because
Mastic has bizarro everybody's.
Oh, Steve.
Well, I think a lot of areas have bizarro everybody.
Yeah.
No. Did you see?
You look a lot like a guy we actually like that's in studio today.
And there should be that, like, there's.
Probably has a face for radio too.
I think. Oh, I heard that one. I think they're.
I'm funny.
I think.
No, we was laughing at the fact you tried to attempt to be funny because we didn't even think you had that in you.
Look, you know what? You just made fun of ugly people. Maybe we should start calling Newsday. Bob Vecchio makes fun of ugly people.
That's right.
He should step down from his job. See how this works, Bob? How ridiculous it is?
Yeah, that's fine. Call the school district and have them fire me. That's fine.
That's fine with Bob.
We probably would do him a favor, and then he gets to go to a real nice community.
He wants in a better school district.
Yeah,
you know it. He's just working his way up.
It's obvious. Even Bob Vecchio wants out of Mastic.
You want Smithtown, don't you?
Trying to look unassuming with his goatee.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, fine right now.
he wants out. So I guess if there's potential employers out there, they should call your office right immediately. We'll get you out of there, Bob. No problem. We'll get you out of there.
I'm very content where I am.
Okay. Let me see. I just want to see if you have a sense of humor.
Oh, I
just
always have.
follow along. Okay. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. What are you doing?
No, you know how knock, knock jokes go.
Okay, who's there?
Mastic.
Great place. Good for you.
No. Now, Bob, you know how this works. Knock, knock.
Okay, I'll go along with the joke, Mastic who?
Mastic my in that unsuspecting girl walking through the woods.
Well, it's a good thing you guys are on satellite radio. So your listenership increased by 10 with that.
That was pretty sarcastic.
Yeah, that really was.
Deep down, you're not this robotic mess you're pretending to be. Why don't you just stop? Just be a dude.
I have a feeling that Bob is a raging alcoholic on the weekend.
Say that like it's a bad thing.
Chasing every skirt that doesn't live in Mastic.
He just doesn't want people to know white people actually have these crackhead kind of like traditional black and Puerto Rican what's seen to be our problem.
Yeah.
A lot of white people you're terrible.
You do understand a lot of people on Long Island do comment on Mastic a lot in a negative way, don't you, Bob?
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, and don't you think fixing that is probably a little more important than somebody maybe being offended by a trailer park joke?
Well, I think it's all one and the same. When
I don't think so.
Back, we're going to stand
Bob,
I think going to the sex offender page and seeing pin marks on there.
It was a rainbow, Bob.
It was a rainbow of colors in Mastic.
It was a
I think that's a little more important than.
And that's why we've called for the Department of Social Services, Janet DeMarzo, to be fired as well. Because
all right, there you go. That's more important than a dumb DJ. Hey, Bob, do us all a favor. Like, build a huge fence around Mastic so none of these people are able to leave.
And no one can
affect the
inadvertently
rest of
drive
Long
in.
Island.
I'll contract with the U.S. government to get some.
All right, see.
Good luck with you in this X-Files episode called Mastic.
Bob, good news, you're being transferred out of Mastic. Bad news, you're going to Wine Dance.
See, he knows.
He laughs. Yeah, I kind of like Bob now because he's laughing.
He's a sarcastic guy.
I know.
He's being just a...
He is.
I'm also a very shallow guy. That's why I'm still on the air with you guys, because I don't care what you think.
That is true.
He's a shallow, sarcastic
Usually
guy.
it would never last this long.
I will say this much. Most people avoid us, and you came right on the air. And I really do have more of a problem with the management of this dumb radio station for listening to your dopey...
Your drivel.
Your drivel. I really do.
They already suspended him before I put that dribble in the Newsday reporter's ear.
Yeah, it's too bad. Too bad. So I have more of a problem with them. But your comment about how he should be fired, you got to relax, Bob. You really do.
Again, that's not my decision. So
there's nothing worse than empowering like a not fat, not skinny guy. Like you have the worst. He's just the most annoying shape. Just a kind of just shaped like a cup of soda. Just not fat. Just a regular guy, about 5'8".
Wait, Bob's fighting back. What, Bob?
I said you guys give me far too much credit for assuming I have that much power.
You do.
No, I don't. Ask anybody that knows me. I certainly.
Well, I'm gonna be at Mastic today at 3 with torches and everything, just killing all the zombies that run around your town. I'm coming up with a bunch of N-words, and we're gonna take care of this goofy town.
We got to get a plan together.
You call me where you're going to be, and we could be raging alcoholics somewhere down near the...
We got to get a plan together. We got to get rid of the zombies first that live in the woods, and then we'll...
We heard about those. I don't know what that's about. We're going to study that.
A bunch of your listeners.
Wow.
Hey.
No, you didn't, Bob. No, you didn't.
We're all walking around with those XM radios.
Hey, he knows a lot about it. All right, Bob, get lost. We got a radio show.
All right, Bob. Go get someone fired.
Yeah.
All right.
Later.
All right. Jeez.
God, I hate that.
Couldn't shake the guy.
I know. I hate when that happens.
That's all right.
You wind up almost kind of liking him.
Dude, you gotta like the guy.
I know, he's a smart ass.
He's a piece of garbage in some like high level job where he has to be a jerk or he has to be some. Hey, you can't do that. Oh, in his private life, he.
End jokes. I think end jokes fly out of his mouth.
You know he's a piece of garbage. You couldn't dislike him because he's an ass. He knows it. How can you dislike that guy?
I think he was like biting his lip because he just wanted to say, I completely agree with you guys.
Yeah,
no.
Get me out of this hell.
He wasn't even that high, like he wasn't that straight laced.
I have to live here.
You see his fat face and he tried to dress up nice? You can just see, you can see the dysfunction in his little beady eyes. Good Lord,
he's like a radio guy stuck in some horrific radio market.
Bad market.
Just hoping to be called up to the big league.
Yeah.
And he probably hits on like the single mothers of some of those awful school children. Because there's a lot of single mothers up there in Mastic.
Probably.
Oh, he takes them out to
probably
dinner.
a lot of those single mothers.
Mrs. Scotch Nip. Listen, I'm going to take you over to
Scotch Nip.
I don't know, whatever done. I'm going to take you to the Cheesecake Factory. And she goes, oh my God, I've never been there. I've never been
Oh, God. We're going to get out of Mastic for a while.
All right, we got to
shut up. All right. That was our exclusive with Bob Vecchio.
Let's, why don't we, enough about Mastic, but there you go.
Yeah.
Mastic stinks.